What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Stay on Target. This is a show about all things, but mostly Star Wars things. Because we're no-nos.
We're no-nos.
We know that you're here
We
for
know, yes.
Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Episode 3. The title
Tree.
completely escapes me right now.
It's the Streets of Mos Espa.
Streets of Mos Espa.
Yeah.
I'm Dustin. I'm your host for today. I got with me some good mates.
That's me, Nick. I'm the good mate.
he's
That's the other
And
mate.
Matt.
That's Matt. We call him Strong Matt.
We had a guy named Weak Matt, but he died
He died.
because he was weak.
He was very weak.
Very
Hit
weak.
a weak heart. It was really sad.
R.I.P. Weak Matt.
Anyway, we're glad you guys are here with us today. And we're going to get right into this show. But before we do, don't forget to comment. Let us know what you guys thought of this episode. We're excited. We're excited. Can you tell we're excited? We're very excited.
He's excited.
Anyway, comment, like, do all the things that you need to do.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Okay, I was
You
going
messed
to
the
get it.
order
I-
up.
I'm sorry. I'm so excited about this episode.
Subscribe.
Subscribe means to follow. Ooh.
What?
Subscribe.
Oh, okay. To subscribe to
Or
our
it's
ideals.
right under something. Subscribe.
Oh.
Subscript?
Like
I don't know.
written. Anyway, we're going to jump into the non-spoiler review of this
Non-spoiler.
episode.
Non.
It's going to be a good one. We have our one-word reaction to this episode. Mine is going to be family. What about you, Nick?
Mine is going to be beastly.
And what about you, Matt?
What about you, Strong Matt?
Betrayal.
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 Yeah, you got to say that with the Halo accent. Or accent? Or
Betrayal.
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 No,
can't do
no,
it.
no. He
You put me
Get
on
out
the
of
spot
the
and I can't do it. I
So-
can't do accents. I'm sorry.
Betrayal.
Well, at least you're strong, Matt.
unstoppable. Betrayal.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that
those
was-
are our
That's
words.
the end of the show, everybody.
Yeah, thanks
See
for
you next
tuning
week.
in. We'll see you. No. We'll go into a little bit more detail. Well, not detail.
A little
'Cause we
bit
don't want to
more.
spoil anything. Non-spoilers,
Detail.
fellas.
Yeah, we know. Do you know?
No, I'm just reminding myself.
Reminding myself. He has short-term memory loss.
I have short. And guess what, guys? I have short-term memory loss.
See what I mean?
No, so this episode, I'm digging it. I'll say that right off the bat.
Yeah.
That's no spoilers there. We get to see some
Digging
new faces, which were a pleasant surprise. Some creatures, I
faces.
guess you could say, without
Beasts.
throwing anything out there. We're
Beastly.
definitely staying more in the present, which I like that in a lot of ways. We went somewhere that I was wondering the whole time watching episode 1 and 2 was going to happen, and it did, and it made me sad. There's a
Yes.
whole range of emotions in this episode.
Was very sad.
It was a roller coaster.
Definitely a roller coaster. We get to see more going on
Mhm.
in the bigger universe, which is awesome because the first 5 minutes of this episode really kind of it's what I wanted from the beginning. It's
Yeah.
starting to feel more like what am I trying to say?
The Mandalorian?
Yes, no,
Yes.
no. It's more
Yay.
like
Movie quality.
yeah, well, yes. No, what am I trying to say? Shoot.
More like a banana.
No, Godfather. Sorry,
Godfather.
like there's different factions going on. I
Oh,
wanted
you
to know.
said family.
Yeah, family. So that's I'm kind of expanding on that.
Yeah.
We meet some new people. We might grow the
Yeah.
family. We might lose some family. We might do some family.
Yeah, it's harder
Things.
to be ahead of a family than it is to be a bounty hunter.
It is, and they
Don't
said
you
that.
forget that.
Yeah.
was
So
last
that's
episode.
overall. Really like this episode. There's some fun stuff going on. I think you guys are gonna like it too. What do you think about this episode, Nick?
Yeah, I would agree. There's some fun stuff. There's some stuff that was kind of different, but it still fits into the Star Wars universe, you know? I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I would agree with myself. in my
Okay.
assessment.
Well, we
Yeah,
agree
but
with
no,
you too.
It was exciting.
What about you, Matt? What
Exciting.
you think? Strong Matt?
Oh, lots of betrayal, hurt feelings
Lots of
involved,
betrayal.
and
Betrayed to
a whole good
death.
time.
Yeah. Lots of surprises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some way, there's a lot. I feel like they're just giving us more and more surprises as each episode goes. You guys would you guys agree with that? That
Yeah.
in the first episode there weren't really a ton of surprises. We learned a lot of things. It was kind of like a trailer, and then the next episode we learned some more. We did a lot of flashbacks, which was
Flashbacks.
and that was basically the majority of episode 2.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. I liked what they did with the story. We learned more, and it kind of delved more into him and the Tatooine Sons with the Tuskens. And then this one, I think, is a lot more in the now. It's a lot more present, which we were all waiting for, and I feel like they knew that going into it.
Right.
They're almost projecting like at this point the audience is going to want more of what's going on now.
Right.
And that's what they jumped into.
Yeah, I mean, with any series, you got to build it up first.
Yeah, it's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, you can't just stay in the past all the time.
Yeah,
That's a no-no.
exactly.
That's a no. We don't learn when we
No,
live in
no,
the past.
no, no.
What do you guys think of the action, though? Without giving anything away, I'm going to
So-
say this about the action. Actually, I'll let you guys go first, and I'll talk about it. Sorry.
I'd
ahead.
say there's a lot of too multifaceted action. There is some action like fighting wise, but then there's also action of like what's going on in the universe of Star Wars.
Kind of the
Yeah.
broader
Yeah,
aspect, the broader universe
broader
of Star Wars.
spectrum.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
I liked it.
What about you, Matt?
There was one action scene I liked.
Twas.
And
Twas.
I mean, it's not that I didn't like any other ones, but the one main one. Obviously, I can't give things away.
I
Right
thought
now,
I
but-
thought you were gonna like one specific one in this episode. I mean,
Right.
I thought you'd like that one specifically because it felt more strong Matt like.
Strong Matt.
One of the- One of the characters reminds me of Matt in some ways.
Strong-
Matt,
strong Matt. Very
not weak
strong.
Matt.
Not weak Matt. No, he's dead.
He's dead.
gone.
He's gone. But yeah,
He's
that's yeah. There's lots going on, and they're making it bigger. But what I was gonna say about the action though, real quick, was I liked a lot of the action, and without spoiling any of the action, I felt like it was. I hate to say it in some ways, but I felt like it was a step, just a tiny, like they needed to tighten things up a little bit.
Tighten it up.
I felt like it needed to be a little bit more,
Tighten
a
it
little bit
up.
more fast paced in some ways.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I'm not complaining about it. I still think it's really good, but
Yeah. It wasn't as action packed as it could have been. is
right.
what you're
Some of it
saying.
just didn't feel like it hit or timed out quite the way I was thinking it would.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll get into it more in our
We'll get
spoilers
into it.
section.
Yeah.
Yeah. Non-spoilers is always tough because you never
It is.
know what
How
you can
much
say.
you want to give away before you give it all away.
But really, it definitely progressed the story in the now, which I liked. There was some good action for sure. We
Yep.
liked that. We grew the broader universe, which is again a very big plus.
Yes.
And we're definitely heading the right direction. Overall, this story was. Oh, and some characters. I really like some of the surprise characters in this one.
Mm-hmm.
It added a lot to the whole episode and the broader universe of Boba Fett. So I'm digging it. I'm digging it,
He's
yo.
digging it like a garden.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
You guys have anything else you want to say about this episode?
Not really.
No, he pretty much touched all of it.
I don't have many words.
Because you're strong, Matt.
Like I think in school you were like really good at English. Were you good at English?
Yeah, I was good at English. Yeah,
See, I sucked at English.
I was
so-
good at gym.
Yep. Same.
I was
Yeah.
decent at gym too. I
I
like
like
gym.
history, but
History?
yeah, you talk a lot. So
I do. I'm sorry.
English would be good for you.
That's why I do this show. I'm Talkie Dustin.
He's Talkie Dustin. He's from down under.
I'm from down under. I talk a
And
lot.
that's strong, Matt.
Oh, we got some comments.
I'm just
Oh,
Nick.
man.
Thanks for joining us. We got Carla Hawkins is saying, "Oh man, it's a little small."
Good
again.
evening to all of you.
Good evening to
And
all
good
of
evening
you.
to you as well.
Yes, good
Yes,
evening
good
to you,
evening.
Carla. Thank you
Good
for joining
evening.
us
And,
on this
uh,
episode.
Yeah.
I'm worried about it.
I'm worried.
We got another comment.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
It's deleted.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for leaving a comment anyway, whoever you are.
Right.
Appreciate you being here.
We only
We hope you
speak
enjoyed the
English,
episode, and
so-
we hope you enjoy this.
Right.
And speaking of this, we're going to move on now to our
Spoiler.
spoiler review because we are
Review.
not very good at doing
Get the heck out if
non-spoilers.
you don't want to hear it.
Right.
Yeah,
Go watch the episode.
this is our final warning. If you have not seen this episode, go watch it later. No, I'm just joking. Now and then come back and watch this.
You're
'Cause
giving
we'll still
mixed
be here.
signals.
We'll still be here talking.
Just
I
not
will.
live.
Yeah.
Nobody
Oh,
else
no,
is gonna
he'll
be
be
here. It's
live.
just gonna
No,
be me
it's just-
talking
We're gonna
to an
walk
empty
off
void.
we're gonna walk off the studio and we're out.
Yeah. We're gone.
He'll stay
I'll stay.
He'll stay.
for your 24-hour viewing
He's-
pleasure.
He's gonna stay.
It's just literally me sleeping on the table.
And then that's.
And then I just keep talking.
I'm not wearing any hockey pants.
You're Batman. Boba Fett is Batman.
I'm Batman.
Kind of. Not really.
No,
What?
he already revealed his identity.
Shoot.
He doesn't have a catchy nickname.
The penguin walks out
Right?
into
oh,
Mos
wait,
Espa.
wait, I'm on the wrong
Oh.
set.
Just blast.
Riddle me this. Where am I?
What is going on?
Right. Everything just converges.
Yeah.
It's like,
Batman does show up. I am the sun.
I am the sun.
Tatooine's
Oh
sun.
my gosh.
Oh,
Just
we
a
got
big
another
ol'
comment
crossover.
here. Matt, read that for me.
Um,
Strong Matt.
Where am I at here? Okay, we got
It's
her.
all the way down
Carla
there.
Hawkins again. She said, "So excited about this new show. Thanks for interesting comments and observations."
Thank you
So I
for
have
your
a camera
comment.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for your comment and thanks for watching and listening to us.
Yeah.
We appreciate you being here. It's
Yeah.
always fun.
We always need the views.
We need the views and we need the community is what we need.
Yeah. We need.
We
the
love
community.
talking Star Wars.
We need
So if-
togetherness.
if you guys want a safe place where you can talk about Star Wars, this is it.
No.
And we hardly
Also,
ever
if you
stay
need
on
a
target.
dangerous place where you can talk about Star Wars, this is
is
also
it.
This is also it. Because we got Strong Matt. He rip your arms off.
He rip your arms off like a Wookiee.
Speaking of which, we're going to get into these spoilers.
The
So if you haven't seen it again,
spoilers.
get out of here and then come back. Or
We
if you
weren't
don't care,
supposed to
stay
warn 'em
here.
again.
It's up to you. We're
Yeah.
about to go into it. And don't forget to
Meow.
like, comment, and subscribe. Got to say it again. Got to say it again. You got to say it
Yeah,
again.
you said it right this time.
I did. Like, comment, subscribe.
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 Subscribe. Subscribe.
Anywho,
Anyway.
Let's jump into it. Oh, man. There was a Wookiee. There was a Rancor. There was so many things.
was a
oh
lot.
yeah,
Danny Trejo.
And that was it.
And we're out.
Yeah, Danny Trejo played the Rancor. It was amazing.
Main points. What do you guys think, though? What was something that stood out to you guys in this episode that you liked? I'm
I
throwing it
briefly
to you.
talked on it, but I didn't give any spoilers. Was the Wookiee fight that I enjoyed?
The
Yeah,
Wookiee
I
cookie
thought
fight.
when I watched that scene with you, I was like, I think Matt's enjoying this scene.
Right?
I think Strong
yeah,
Matt.
and it was just
The
so out of the blue.
the car chase, or
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
the hover chase,
The
was a
hoverbike chase.
little slow for me.
See,
I
there
didn't like
wasn't-
it as
there
much.
wasn't as
it was,
much
it was
action in
goofy.
it.
It seemed goofy.
Yeah, it was
It
like
looked like they were going 10 miles an hour,
Yeah.
and nothing was happening.
I think like I had the thought in my head. I was like, they're probably sitting there like, how can we make this look cool, but dumb it down just enough that it looks like we could go faster.
Like the fastest part of the whole scene was whenever either that guy went like riding up on the wall,
yeah.
and
Even
or
that was slow though.
and/or whenever she stops.
yeah,
That looked like the
Oh.
fastest
Yeah, I was
part
like,
was whenever
"Bruh."
she
and
stopped.
it was like, what?
I wonder if it's just also because we're not seeing like movement with tires. That's
Yeah.
kind of a
Yeah,
weird
it could
thing.
be.
But it still felt like they were going like what, like 25 miles an
Yeah, it
hour,
wasn't
Yeah.
fast.
25, 30.
Also, that guy in the car, what is he? The
the
Like the right hand
shoot.
man of the
Major
mayor.
Domo.
Major Domo, yeah.
Yeah. He's like not
Domo
even.
Domo.
arigato,
He's barely
Major
even, like,
Domo.
weaving in and out of stuff.
I
He's
know.
just hitting everything, and
Just
he's like got a worried look on his
Get
face
out
all
of
the
the way.
time. He's like, "What do I do?
He's not.
Yeah.
The steering wheel's glued to
he's not
my
good under
hands, and My
pressure.
hands don't move." That's what I felt like. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you even gonna attempt to try to miss on any of this stuff?"
No.
He's like, you just see his face, and he's all worried look, and there's like posts. Oh, he hit him. Okay.
there's like two car lengths on the
Right,
other
yeah,
side, and
yeah.
you could have just dodged it.
Right? He's like, "Oh, I can't move. They're following me."
That's kind of the weird thing about speeders and speeder bikes for me is it's like they only seem to hover a certain amount, but in a lot of Star Wars canon and lore, you can go a lot higher.
Yeah.
In speeder, certain ones. So I kind of want to know the rules, like
These ones
boundaries
are
of these, like
Yeah.
limited on
Yeah.
purchase at the dealerships.
Right.
They can only go
They
so
have
high.
restrictor plates
you
on
gotta
them.
you gotta pay Boba Fett to go higher.
Right.
the
He
daimyo.
puts his jetpack on it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like what do they call those? Governors on like
Oh,
go-karts
yeah.
and stuff like that, so you can't go
Oh,
too
yeah,
fast
yeah.
for kids.
The governor.
The governor. Yes.
No.
We brought him in.
He's
Ah!
back. Ah!
Yeah, so the speed for the chase wasn't my favorite.
It wasn't up there.
It did feel a little slow. I mean, you're going through towns and stuff like that, but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like all the action in this, it's not bad. It's
Yeah.
good. I still really like it, and I couldn't do any better. But at the same time, it felt like it needed to be up a half a notch or a notch.
Yeah,
like
right.
it's not quite movie quality, which I
Yeah.
feel like they kind of need to get to that point.
Which, okay, quick point here. In the very beginning, you talked about movie quality. Whatever that little spider thing is,
Yeah, they
it
changed
looked
it.
really bad.
Like they almost
It
did like
did look
stop
goofy.
motion.
Yeah.
They
It
tried
was
to make
weird.
it
I
look
was like-
stop motion.
I was like, the shadows aren't good.
was
It looks
choppy
like it's not
almost.
even hitting the ground. I was like, what is going on right now?
Right.
It definitely looked choppy.
But yeah, it was. It reminded me of
what?
I don't know.
You were supposed to tell
reminded
him.
me of
Nailed it.
The Mandalorian whenever they CGI'd Luke's face on it.
Oh no!
You're just like, yeah, this is gonna be
Oh,
sweet, and then
here
you're
we
like,
go.
Nope.
what? Why? Why would you do that?
Uncanny Valley.
Serious? That's what it looked like. It looked like literally somebody just like. There's another video of that
We're
spider
going on
thing
this
walking,
again.
Nick's
and they
rants.
just like photoshopped it onto that background,
Right?
and I was like,
Because
there were no impact points at
this
all. I was like, what is
is the
going
artist
on right now?
This is the artist coming out. No, you're right. And honestly, I think it looked way better in the trailer. Like, go watch the trailer and then watch
Yeah.
it in the episode, and I'm kind of like, why did they do that?
Right.
Why did they do that?
Why do that?
Why did they do that?
Yeah, and other than
Why
and
did they do
yeah, those
that?
creatures are interesting though, because those are actually like
Yeah,
monks
They're monks
that
and
like took out
they're-
their brains
Yep,
and put
and
them
put
into
'em
so
in-
they like they're like a higher plane
put
of
'em in
existence.
brain juice,
Which
jars.
is weird. It's really weird that Jabba's palace is on like a monk monastery if you think
Right.
about it.
Also, why would the monks be spiders?
I don't know. It's a really weird backstory. Look it up.
Spider monkeys.
Spider monkeys. And it's almost like,
Spider.
you know, because a lot of people from the first episode,
Yeah.
I know we're going on this way too long, but a lot of,
we are. We always do.
but stay on target, people.
It's his fault, by the way.
You started that.
I
You-
did start this.
you
but I
started
said just
this.
to touch on it.
Who started this?
Who put this fence here?
Yeah, but no, it's almost like the first episode, they had that creature that looked like a stop motion creature from, everybody kept saying it looked like a creature from like old school movies. I forget the name of the guy who did those movies.
That thing that came out of the sand.
Yeah, it looked like
the creature from the Black Lagoon.
yeah, like something like that, but it
That's
was
what
like
did.
really
It did
stop
look like
motion,
it.
almost like old school Godzilla. And I feel like they took those responses from the first episode, like people really
Mhm.
liked that, and they like leaned into it. But I'm thinking they leaned a little too heavy into it
Too heavy.
because I was like, maybe pull it back a little bit,
Right.
polish it up. It almost feels like the Mandalorian. You know how season 1 with the ship,
Yeah.
like they were trying to do it super to the book of how they used to shoot it in you know, back in the day. Episode
using
4.
practical props instead of CGI.
But they didn't quite polish it with today's technology. Whereas I feel like in season 2, I actually liked the look of it and the way it flew a lot better in season 2. It felt
yeah,
more polished, I
It
guess
felt
you could say.
alive.
So the action in this, I feel like they could polish the action in this, get a little bit more hard hitting. Even in some of those action sequences, I was like, Wookiees can rip arms off.
Yeah,
I
Right.
thought
Do
like
it.
Boba Fett was about to get snapped in half.
Do it.
dude, okay.
It sounded like it. It
Okay,
seemed like
They
it.
touching
cracked
on
every
that
bone
scene-
in his body.
Yeah, that scene, dude. Boba Fett should be dead like 3
Nah,
times.
dude.
I know.
He got hit so hard.
So
I'm like,
many
dude,
times.
you're
He-
done. Like,
he's-
there's no way you're getting up from that.
I'm like,
He's a man.
immediately.
Is his head made of like
Right.
titanium?
Yeah, I was
Adamantium?
Yes.
I was like, he's got to have like
Yeah,
metal
no-
bones.
Yeah, no blood.
Yeah, no
No
blood at
blood.
all.
Yeah.
I was like, pardon.
Yeah, hang on.
Pardon.
Wait.
up.
What?
So it's just
Back it
like
up.
so the major strength of Boba Fett is
Is-
not how hard you can get hit. But
Yeah, what
I think I
don't
messed it
remember.
up, but it's no, it's not how hard you can
Balboa.
hit. It's how hard you can get hit and
Is
keep moving forward.
right.
going.
Rocky Balboa.
That's basically what Boba Fett is in this
You okay?
situation.
Yeah.
Because he gets knocked down, but he gets up again.
you
You're
know,
never
knocked
gonna
down
knock him
again.
down.
He gets knocked down.
He get up again.
Oh my
Copyright
gosh.
strike.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
Anywho.
Yeah.
let's go back a little bit. I like the first 5 minutes. I didn't explain this in the non-spoilers because I couldn't really. But the first
yeah,
5
because
minutes,
it would have been spoiled.
correct.
There's
Yes.
obviousness with Mr. Obvious.
Yes, that is my middle
Okay,
name.
go on.
But
We're running out of time here.
they started off.
Can't
just-
believe you always talk. Always.
They started off with kind of setting
Please continue.
up- I'm gonna kill you. No, sure.
Yes.
Dank Ferrick.
Dank Ferrick.
I love that line.
Right.
But they started off kind of setting up this area, Mos Espa. I wanted to know the factions. I wanted to know the broader universe going on, even not that it's the broader universe, but the broader aspect of kind of the godfatherness of this show.
Yep.
Which was setting up, what syndicate, who's in power where, what's going on,
Mhm.
so that it gives us a better perspective and idea of what's going on. I just lost my train of thought.
Yep. What's going on in the broad universe?
Yeah,
You just said
anyway.
that.
So
You might
anyway,
have a concussion.
I might have a concussion. I was getting like speech jammed.
Right. Speech jam.
But- No. But
Shake it
anyway,
off.
it set up the world, and it gives us a stepping point for
Yeah.
knowing what's going on and what's to come in some ways.
Right.
But I like that. What other things do you guys like about the show, Nick?
Yeah. I mean,
Spoilers. We
actually,
can
I
talk
have a
about
question.
anything.
Do you think they're gonna bring in another crime syndicate, or is he just gonna be at war with the Pikes?
That's because the Hutts are leaving
The Hutts are going back to Nalhutta.
because they said it
Peace.
was already claimed. Were
Yeah.
they talking about the Pikes though?
I don't know. Well, because they went to the mayor's office and the mayor was with the Pikes,
So, and that's why they think.
so it's
Yeah.
probably with the
So
Pikes.
So it's probably the Pikes. So basically, they got to go to war with the Pikes to take.
And
over
there's
Mos
only
Espa.
3 more episodes, so right?
Is there?
6
4.
total.
There's
There's
7.
4.
Oh, there's 7.
4
There's
more
7 total.
episodes.
So we got tons
Either
of
way.
time.
We got time. Wait. Okay. Ooh. Do you think something big's gonna happen in the next episode as a halfway point?
A
Ooh,
climax.
yeah, kind of like a mid-season.
Yeah. Mid-season
Finale.
finale. Semi-finale.
I could see that happening,
Right.
and that's why I almost wonder if they aren't going to bring in like Crimson Dawn,
Right.
and
And,
they're going to be the main players,
What's her
or
face? Kira.
or this is going to lead up to. I could see us having Ahsoka show up
Yep.
in this
Thrawn.
season, and that could lead to Thrawn. And I feel like Thrawn's going to be the big bad. Like, think of this as like phase
Yeah, like an
3 of the MCU,
Yeah.
or phase. What are we in right now? I don't even know. 5,
I don't
phase
know.
4. Basically, we're setting up
I think
the
it's
world and the big bad. And I think really the
Yeah.
big bad in this is going to be Thrawn. And I think they teased that already in Mandalorian season 2 with Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep going into that. And basically all the good guys are going to have to come together to fight Thrawn just so they can not lose the New Republic.
Right.
Which I think would be
And
sweet.
then him and Han Solo team up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you guys, okay, we're going to do over under.
Over under.
Let's
okay.
do 40. Dan likes to do this.
Damn. actually,
I'm pulling it from his book. But
Playbook.
let's do 40, 60, 40. How do you do this?
oh, under 40%
Under
or over
40.
60%?
Yeah. Sorry. Over 40.
No, under 40.
Under 40.
Under 40,
he
over
doesn't
60.
show up over whatever you just
Over
said.
60
Over
he
60
does.
He does. Yeah. Sorry. I suck at this.
Over
Over under 40. Okay. See, that's why Dan does this because I
Right.
suck at this.
All right, just
Oh
over
my
under
gosh.
40.
I can talk. That doesn't mean I make any sense.
Right. He doesn't make sense.
No. I'm talking.
I don't even make sense.
Han Solo shows up.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'd probably say over 60. I think he's gonna show up.
You think he's going to show up?
Yeah.
You're in the
I
60%.
don't think they're gonna make Harrison Ford do it because no, you've already tried to DH
No, I know.
one
I've-
person from the original trilogy.
heard
Please don't do it
rumors.
again.
I've heard rumors that he's
No.
filmed a scene for this. I've heard rumors that he's in it.
Just stop.
I kind of hope he is, dude. It makes sense
Dude,
for
just
Boba
use-
Fett and Han Solo.
Just use
There's
the
a rivalry.
Guy, use the guy that played in Solo.
They'll probably do amalgamation.
Please
of both.
don't. We know how well that went with the Mandalorian
Actually-
and Luke Skywalker.
Actually, if you look at the deepfake technology from Solo, where they put,
oh yeah,
Harrison
that,
Ford's
that was
face,
good.
that's what I'm
That
saying.
was a deep fake though.
Well,
I don't think what they did in
hi-
Mandalorian
no,
was a deep fake.
They hired the guy who does the deep fakes.
Yeah.
For Disney
For
and
this?
Lucasfilm, they hired the guy on YouTube who does the deep fakes, the really good ones. They hired him.
yeah.
So
Harrison,
he's working for him.
I've heard Harrison Ford doesn't even want to do this role anymore.
No, I think he does, man. I think. Well, it doesn't
I
matter
don't-
if he
I
wants
don't
to
think
do
he-
it. You
I
have
don't
enough
think
Did
money.
you talk to
I
him?
don't think you do.
Did you talk to him?
Do you
Nick?
know him?
No, I
Does he
don't
call
know
you at
him.
home?
I wish.
Do you know his agent?
Call me up,
Call me up,
Harrison.
Yeah.
We could be buds.
Hit him up.
Yeah, but I think in some facet.
Facet.
Some is it facet? Is that the
Yeah,
word
that
I'm looking
works.
for?
That works.
I think he's gonna show up, or at least allude to him being
Yeah,
somewhere.
Season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
He could be a big rival in
I
season
think
2.
so. Yeah,
What do you think, Matt?
or they become friends.
Honestly, I have no clue, so I'm gonna go with under.
Under 40.
Under 40. Yeah, I think he's gonna show. I have a feeling
Yeah.
that he's gonna show. I could
Gonna be
see Luke,
somebody
Han, and
showing,
Leia
yeah.
showing up at the
It's gonna
same
be
time
somebody
and
showing
giving
up.
all the fans what we wanted from the sequels. We wanted to see Han, Luke, and Leia together again, and Lando.
then
I'll
this
say
is
Lando
where the
too.
Thrawn trilogy
Yes,
comes in.
it does, and it's
And
gonna
that's
work
where they
perfectly.
kick it off. Wait, what show is next?
Chill.
Were you
I don't.
saying
Oh yeah, we
Obi-Wan?
talked about
Is
this.
it
Was
Obi-Wan?
it?
Obi-Wan?
Shoot.
I don't.
Because depending on what
I don't think Ahsoka's next. I think
they
it's-
show next,
Was it Andor?
Andor.
Andor's next. Which that's
Okay.
Andor.
Andor.
Andor. It's A-N-D-O-R. Yes, it's Andor because it's Cassian Andor. This takes place. That one takes place though before Episode 4, so it's not really connecting unless they do
No.
like Crime Syndicate.
See,
stuff.
I'm thinking like, it won't be Obi-Wan either. I mean, like Obi-Wan can't show up because
he could show up in Andor.
Yeah, he could show up in Andor, but
Potentially.
like whatever one they do next, like people who are still alive during this time frame,
Yes.
maybe that's what they'll do. They'll introduce them, and then
Right.
they'll do their show.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
yeah. I
that
think
would make the most sense.
that's why I like Ahsoka.
Yeah.
But I don't think that one's scheduled to come out till next year.
right. Which
But that would
could
still
be-
fit with this time frame. So like
Yeah,
December.
that's what I'm saying. Like Andor and
Or is
Obi-Wan,
Mandalorian season 3 coming out? Mandalorian season 3
Mandalorian
is coming
season
out.
3 coming out.
I didn't even know they were doing another Bad Batch. Huh, interesting.
Wait, they're doing another Bad Batch?
Yeah.
This is news.
Possibly 2022. Fact checkers fact checking
All
it.
right. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
All right, let's hit some other main points in this episode. Real quick.
Looking at
We're
you,
just gonna-
man.
Do it,
We're just going to
do it,
touch
do
on
it,
them
do
real
it, do it.
fast.
Do it.
There's a lot of things. We had the watermonger guy who was
Yes.
played by Stephen Root.
Yep.
He's from we know him from more Dodgeball.
Yeah, Dodgeball.
Have you ever seen that
what's his
movie?
name
It's
in Dodgeball?
hilarious. He's
can't
kind of
remember
like
his name.
the
He's like the nerdy guy.
dad guy.
L for love.
Yeah. His family like hates him or something. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But it's a hilarious
Mail Order
movie.
Bride.
Not for kids.
No, not for kids. Definitely not for kids. Gordon. That's who he plays.
That's his name in Dodgeball. Gordon, thank you,
You
fact
couldn't
checker.
hit water if you fell out of a boat.
Classic line.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we got the watermonger. I like the way that he handled
Mhm.
the watermonger because you knew he was playing an angle.
He was
Anger?
playing an anger.
It was
Playing an angle,
money.
Shmoney angle.
and Boba Fett played it the smart way
Yep.
by actually talking to the kids, not just going in guns a-blazing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I do respect about Boba Fett in this series is he's showing a lot more mercy, which is kind of uncharacteristic of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
But
shows
it
growth.
shows the growth of the
Character
character
growth.
and what you have to
Listen
do
this
to establish
Disney sequel
yeah.
character growth.
yes. Yes. I completely
Trial
agree.
by fire.
We're not going to go into that
No, we're not.
spiel because
That
we've
would be
done that
a
many times.
few hours.
I don't have
long.
time for that.
We don't have time for that. And I like the teenagers with the cool bikes.
Yeah.
I thought it
The
fit
cool
well.
but slow bikes.
Cool, but super slow.
Yeah, they weren't. I mean, they could have been going a lot faster. It was just weird. It didn't feel like they were going very fast. That's why it needs to
No,
be
They still had
polished.
training
Yeah.
wheels on.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we're in
They actually had to
training mode.
pedal those.
Right? They're like, it's like the
You imagine?
Flintstones.
They
Oh my
augment their legs.
gosh. Right, yep.
Which is
yeah, because they're all
That's why they're-
mechanical.
It's
What
kind
is
of.
that? Cyborg? Is that half human,
Yeah.
half robot?
I
Yeah.
guess there's also a
But
term
it's-
called transhuman, where like people in real life actually
Transhuman?
do that to themselves.
I'm
they
a
will actually
lizard
add
folk.
like magnets to their fingers so they can do certain things, or like microchips in their arm
Cut
and
off
do all
the
this
arm.
stuff.
Yeah, I was reading something about
Bionic.
that the
It's a
other
bit. It's a
day.
bit weird, but
Do
It's
you?
out
I
there.
guess.
it's kind of. It is Star Warsy. I will say it does. It
Yeah.
did feel very Star Wars,
Mhm.
and also cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk, yeah.
Yeah. So I like that. I like the look of them. They were like 1950s esque,
Yeah.
like feeling.
Yeah,
It,
for sure.
That whole scene kind of reminded me. It was
Back
almost
in
like they were
them
paying homage in
days.
some ways to George Lucas with his earlier film. I always forget the name. It's a good one.
George Lucas' earlier film.
He did one about street racing, basically,
Street Racer.
or
Did he?
driving cars.
Oh, I thought it was bikes.
I don't think it was bikes. I think it
Boy.
was
Was it
cars.
driving cars?
I haven't actually seen the film. I need to see it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Anywho.
It's a good one.
Next.
Anyway, I'm sure it's a callback to that. We should know the name of that one. I'll figure it out,
Right.
or the fact checker will. It's actually he did that one, and that's why people wanted to do Star Wars with him because he did that film.
Oh, okay,
George
because
Lucas.
they liked it.
Because they liked it so much.
Yeah.
I always forget the name of it. Anyway, I like the addition of those characters. They look cool. And that one chick was actually from the comics somewhere, but I can't forget. I can't remember her name.
Yeah,
Man.
I don't remember her name either.
I can't forget it.
Isa.
We had the flashback to Camino watching Slave 1 fly away. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I don't know if that was reshot. I really want to look up and see if that was reshot or if that was new footage.
Yeah, I don't know if it was probably unused.
Yes.
I think it's that kid.
Right.
who played young Booba.
It almost looked like they de-aged. It was almost like
Yeah.
a de-aged.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or it was
Unused
It
footage.
was one shot and then they like superimposed it
Right.
in a reflection.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was really cool. Let's see a few other points of this episode. I mean, there's a lot going on in this episode. Let's just hit some main points and call it a day, yo. Unless you guys have anything else to talk about it.
Yeah.
But big thing was what I was wondering what's going to happen.
Mhm.
The sad moment. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah,
Take it
that
away, Nick.
sucked. Also, that sucked.
Oh, sad
yeah,
moment.
it was.
I was sitting there thinking, what was the sad moment?
Right. Yeah. What was the sad? He forgot already.
He forgot.
But
Strong man.
yeah. Well, the Tuscans are all dead.
Yeah, I
D.E.D.
wondered about that.
Dead.
Well, except for the one.
Yeah, we
never actually.
we
saw
don't
Second
know
he
about
leaves.
the dreadlocks, woman, man,
whatever
Tuscan. We're
thing.
not sure.
Yeah.
We ain't sure
That
what
does
she
not
is.
sound
We
right.
didn't.
She
We didn't
is,
see
or
that
he is.
body.
We're just not sure if it's a dude or
We
a
don't
chick.
know. Yeah.
There
I have no
is a
idea.
I'm not
mask.
trying to
I'm
say
pretty
anything.
sure it's a
and
woman.
We're not
Yeah, I
sure.
think it is though. It looks.
Do you think she'll show back up?
I think so. I think she might show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Who
was
do you think's
Fennec
gonna
all
be-
along.
Right. Whoa. Fennec was a Tuscan Raider.
No, I don't think that's
Fennec
the case.
Raider.
Fennec Raider.
Tuscan Shand.
It's like Tuscan sand.
Tuscan. Ooh. I'm on to something here.
We're
Disney
on.
knows it.
They cut the feet.
Right.
No, yeah.
They
so
know too much.
that was a sad scene. I kind of wondered if it was going to happen though, because he had to leave the Tuscans at some point, and if he
Yeah.
was growing so attached to them, it was going to be tough for him to leave.
He was never
Yeah.
gonna
unless they
leave.
just kind of set him free because he needed to find his own path. That was the
Right.
only other way I thought. But this made perfect sense to me that
Kill him.
they killed him,
Just
and I
kill
was
him.
wondering if they were going to pull that move just for
the answer to all.
kind of the emotional weight of it. You know,
Right.
he's changed. He's become a new man. He's become part of something that he's never been a part of before, which
Yeah.
was family, which is what I'm going back to because he's never really had family, and I think they're leaning into that with
Mhm.
Django always leaving. They keep showing that scene of Django always leaving,
Yep.
and him feeling lonely and always alone. So he's now fart.
He's not fart.
Now he can
Wow.
fart freely.
Wow.
You fat freaks.
You fat freaks.
No, but now he's a part of a family. Like,
Family.
can you say it like what's his name?
No. Don Corleone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but he's part of a family.
Refuse.
The only way they cut him off is to kill his family, and of course it
Yep.
happens whenever he leaves.
Yep.
Right.
I don't
So
know.
yeah, the next.
So now he's got
I think the
guilt on his mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, the next
I
episode.
think he's got revenge
gonna-
on the mind.
Yeah, he's gonna kill
It's a
those guys
mixture
that
of
killed them.
yeah. The Nikto
Obviously.
gang,
Nikto gang.
and how the Pikes again are using different factions on their side to
Yeah.
take out rivals, so they don't have to pay
Yep.
anybody else.
Mm.
Some dirty stuff going on. It's the underworld.
You think he's gonna
Dirty,
take out
dirty.
the Pike faction
I
by the
think
end of this show?
he's gonna have to fight to take out the Pikes, but I think we're gonna realize that the Pikes might be being led by like Crimson Dawn.
Right.
But I think he's gonna take care of this faction, and then another faction
another faction.
is
Yep.
gonna be behind
And
it
another
or
one.
something, and it's
Yep.
just gonna
And
broaden the
another one.
universe, or they're gonna be being controlled by Thrawn.
Yes. Oh, it's gonna
So,
be big.
I don't know.
Gonna be
That's,
real big.
that's unless there's a whole new bad out there that we don't know about.
The big bad. Big bad wolf.
Could be somebody totally new, but I'm thinking it's gonna be Thrawn.
Yeah.
I think all roads lead to Thrawn, because that was the big bad they teased in Mando season 2. We already talked about that.
Yep.
Also, speaking of that, though, we had this Huts show up. Well,
Yep.
before that, we had the Wookiee scene
The
was
Wookiee
awesome.
The
Again,
epic
though, it was
Wookiee
like-
scene.
Yeah, how did he not die? So
Yeah,
that
he's
was
a big
that
boy.
was kind of a con for me in some ways.
What, he
It
didn't
was
die?
cool seeing no that he got like
that beat up.
it looked like he should have died. That's
Yeah,
the weird
dude.
thing.
Like-
His neck should have been snapped in 20 different ways.
In
Yeah.
20 different ways from one hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I like the fact that they brought in the kids. How did he get in there without
Yeah, that's
Anybody
what I
knows
was
it's a
wondering,
giant
too.
Wookiee.
I'm like, is someone on the inside
Corrupt?
being sneaky?
I think maybe he just scaled like the wall or something. Maybe climbed in the
That's
window.
what I would have done.
Yeah,
I mean, that would make sense, but also he's like a 7-foot tall Wookiee.
yeah, but they actually have Wookiees actually have claws.
No, I mean, like nobody heard him
right, he's
climbing
like,
up the wall.
"Gung, gung,
Right.
gung." It's just like a clay pot wall. Yeah.
That's
I
just
don't
the
know.
loudest wall I've ever heard.
Obviously, he's a bounty hunter /
He knows his
assassin,
things.
so
He knows his ways.
he's got to
He
know
knows his ways.
know ways.
He
to
has
get in.
ways. He knows them.
That was a bit surprising, though.
Yeah.
Were you expecting him to be like immediately choked out
No.
as soon as he came out of the back to tank?
Oh
No.
no,
That was a
no.
nice transition.
That just
Mhm.
happened.
it was,
happened.
It was
like
nice because
that.
it was pretty slow up to that point in a lot of
Right.
ways.
It
Not
was.
slow, but there
Well,
wasn't
yeah,
a
he
lot
like
of action.
pulls him
starting.
right out of it, and it's just like, what is going
Here
on?
we go, baby. And he was in his like gray tighties.
I just got
Yeah.
healed.
Right.
I just went through a traumatic experience.
Right.
I just relived one. Give me a break.
Come on.
Have
Yeah.
some humanity, you Wookiee.
Right. Yeah.
It's-
I also didn't like the fact that the Hutts like immediately apologized.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird. I was like,
That's no hut.
why? What?
I think it's just because they're playing an angle.
Right.
They always got some other angles, and it was kind of funny that they were like, "Yeah, we sent him to kill you. Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
sorry.
bad.
Take this.
we don't
and
care
then-
anymore because we're leaving
Yeah.
because somebody else is coming in. It's just a
Right.
dirt rock."
Yeah, but then they gave him a Rancor.
Freaking Rancor. Is that Rancor's name going to be Mushi?
I think so.
But
Maybe.
no, wait, I don't.
Mushi.
I think it's got to be a new one though because he said
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
person you see, and
Yeah.
Mushi's already seen ones. Do you think Mushi and that trainer,
Mushi.
Danny Trejo,
Yeah.
that was cool to see.
Right. It's
I
like,
love seeing Danny Trejo. in
Man,
this.
you don't
That
ever expect
man.
Danny Trejo. He's just there. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the great
It's
thing,
just
and it makes sense for him to
happens.
be a Rancor trainer in the
Right,
Star
yeah.
Wars universe of all things. Like,
Right.
yes, I love
It
that they
makes-
keep
yeah,
pulling
makes total
people in
sense.
for this show
I
too.
know, right? Big name actors.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
so good, man.
Sure.
And,
Right.
and the whole scene with him talking, and there's the Rancors sitting there right there the whole time. Do you think that was practical? I think a lot of that was practical.
Probably.
Like they built like
I
that
wouldn't
head,
doubt it.
the head of
well,
that.
I mean, like I said in the beginning of the show, compared to that, if that's CGI, they did a lot better on that than the
Right.
beginning of the show.
right? Do you think he's gonna ride that as his litter from now on? After
I
he-
hope
he
so.
learns
Wow.
it?
Now,
Either
is he gonna
that
kill
or
him?
the thing's gonna try
gonna
to eat
tame him.
Yeah.
He's gonna tame him when he tries killing him.
You think that's gonna? You think
I don't know.
it's a play?
Do you think, Danny,
that-
do
I
you
th-
think
it-
Danny Trejo's character?
I mean,
gonna
it
try to
could
kill
be
him?
just
I think he could be setting him up.
Or is
it-
the Rancor
the
gonna
way
kill
they
Danny
ended
Trejo?
off, it looked like it was, but it could just be tricking the audience.
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right?
it
So
could
you
almost-
never know.
It kind of left you leaning both ways. Is
Right.
it? Is
I
he like
kinda
for
figured-
serious? Like, oh, it's
I
okay,
think-
he'll
yeah.
be
I
back.
think
Don't worry.
either
Or
way,
was it like
I think either way, they'll end up riding him.
Yeah.
He'll end up riding
For
him.
sure.
he'll tame the beast?
Tame.
Yeah.
That's why this
Tan
episode was
or
called
Tame.
Tame.
He'll tan the beast.
Well, it's just go outside for a
Gotta
few.
tan his skin. Yeah.
Twin sons.
No, you got to kill it first and then tan it.
Oh, that kind of tanning.
Oh, tanning.
Oh.
I think they should have done that
tan.
to the Wookiee.
Right? They should have.
They didn't. Man, that's the crazy
They
thing.
let him go.
Boba Fett just keeps letting everybody go.
It's a sign of respect.
I know that. I do like that though.
I want
it
him
is
to.
cool.
I want him to join them though.
I think they will. I think
Yeah,
because
he'll be back, I'm
basically
sure.
he's like, I'm going to show everybody mercy so that whenever I'm in a tough spot, they're going to show
They
me
can help me.
mercy.
Right.
And that's how you build respect with people. When you have the upper hand and you could easily destroy them
Right.
and you let them live out of the kindness of your heart to show them, I still think you're valuable. Someone out there needs to hear
He's a
this.
motivational speaker.
I
man.
am. That's me.
No, I mean Boba.
Not
Fett.
you.
Oh, I meant Boba Fett.
Yeah, he meant. It's too real.
I'm depressed.
I'm
Oh yeah.
depressed.
Speaking of which, the Rancor was depressed, which was funny.
Yeah.
It was like a very
Yes.
complex, emotional creature. Danny Trejo is saying that.
Right? Yeah, he's like, oh, they think they're just good for fighting, but they have emotions too.
But how much of that is a play? Like,
right.
how much of that is
I
I
real?
think he's being
Or
genuine.
you think he's being genuine, or
I
do you
think
think he's
so.
playing an angle again?
Maybe both?
Maybe we're
Can
reading
you
into it way
can
too
you
much.
genuinely play an angle? Is that a thing?
No.
In the this world, yes.
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's
This episode brought to you by Geometry.
geometry,
Angles,
angles.
people. They're out there.
Get your angles in. Now, I don't know. I keep going back and forth on it.
Yeah.
It could go either way.
Yeah.
Either way, it's interesting. And I just want to see a Rancor running around on live like this again in live action because
Yeah.
the only
Right.
time we've
Yeah.
seen that is in episode 6. It was like super
Yep.
stop motion and stuff like that, which isn't necessarily
Which
a bad
they
thing.
did a good job with,
Yeah, no, it was fantastic.
even though it was stop motion.
And I want to see it again. I want to see him riding
Actually,
that thing.
Was
Riding
it all stop
it.
motion? I don't think it was. I think there was animatronics at one point.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because
I think you're right.
I remember seeing like because it's got like a sheen on it on the top of it,
Yeah.
and like there's a drip of water that comes down and
But
hits it, and I'm like, I think that thing's real.
I think it's real.
Really there?
It's a real drip.
So what we've learned today is math, kids, and rancors are real.
Angles and rancors.
Angles and
They're out there.
rancors. Yeah, and then from there, they go to see.
It all went downhill.
Yeah, it kind of went
Yeah.
down from there.
Blech.
Basically, they got to get out of there. They're getting out of there because the Pikes, which we
Mhm.
assume are the new faction,
New
is
bad.
rolling in. So
Scrolling.
they're going to go to war. That's how this episode leaves off. We already kind of touched upon the whole chase scene.
Yep.
Liked it, didn't liked it. It was kind of
It was
take it or
just up
leave it
the
in some
air.
ways.
It was like, you
I
could've
wanted to
done
see
better.
Boba Fett flying around. I think that would have made it way
but
cooler.
The only thing we saw is him landing.
I know. I still thought that
Yeah.
was cool, but
It
yeah.
still happened.
it still happened. And basically, we leave off wondering what's going to happen next. Are
Yeah.
the Pikes, because
'Cause
it
the
looks like the
Pikes
Pikes
have
landed to come
arrived.
fight and maybe
Is
take
everybody
over.
gonna
Yeah.
die?
But I think they got some more
That's a good point.
family, so I think they're going to take him out with the fam.
Vin Diesel should be in one
Vin
of these
Diesel, yeah, Vin Diesel's going to
episodes.
show up. That would be hilarious if he
can't-
shows up in
You
this.
can't break family.
He's like,
Be like, oh
he's like-
man, it's come full circle
no,
now.
he comes to Boba Fett and he's like, family's everything.
Family's everything.
He just shows up.
When you got nothing, at least you got family.
You got fam. When you're here, you're
Your
family. That's the stay on target motto.
It's
We-
also a restaurant
I
that shall
know.
not be named.
That shall not be
Copyright
named. It's a
strike.
copyright strike. Anyway, we've been talking way too long.
We have, as usual.
If you've made it this long, you get a Wookiee cookie. We haven't said that in a while. And speaking of which, we're gonna
delicious.
rate this episode real fact.
real
fast.
fast.
It's gonna be real
He may have a
factual.
concussion.
I may
people.
have a concussion.
We don't know from what. Just concussion based.
Just been there a
Concussion.
long time. Don't you worry.
Right? Don't you worry. Where
It's
am
what-
I?
Don't you
It's a whole
worry.
backstory with Weak Matt.
Weak man. Yeah.
Something happened to me
Flew
during
too
that
close
day.
to the sun and he got
Ayy.
burned.
He got burned. My head got fried.
Blah.
Anywho,
Brains.
Yeah, no. Let's
Rating.
rate this episode. I'm gonna give it. Man, I feel
Was
like
it out of 5 or 10?
out of 5.
Five.
We're going
Boy,
5. We're
same
gonna go
thing.
5
Five.
tributes because they keep saying tributes and I like it.
Yeah.
Matt, what do you rank it?
oh jeez.
Okay.
First again.
You're first. When the first are first, and you're first. I nailed it.
And you're always first.
Do it. Do it. Say it. Say it.
Speak, apparition.
4.
Name that reference in the comments.
Just a straight 4.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna put. Just a straight forward.
You're straight 4.
There was room to grow in that.
Yeah, explain
episode.
yourselves. Just very shortly.
I don't need to.
I don't need to explain myself. I just
Fine.
said it.
All right. Well, I
Okay.
get.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
The action wasn't all there. Boba Fett
that's
should
just
be
what
dead.
It was for me.
At least 3 times.
Not really, but in that fight.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like
Realistically
neck
speaking.
break. He should have at least broke his
He
jaw.
broke his back. He
How
broke his
he
head.
came
Yeah,
running
yeah.
down the stairs after he heard every
Yeah,
bone
and
in
it's
his
like,
body crack.
like he
giving him a
just
bear
got
hug.
out of the bathroom.
He's
after
got
taking
a
a shower,
robe
he's like,
on.
Wait, what does he say? He's like,
Yeah. What does
what
he
does he
say?
say? Yeah, and he's
I
like,
don't know. But
he says something, and I'm like, he's just like, just nonchalantly, like that didn't even happen 5 seconds ago.
It's like he
He's
just woke up.
He's like,
he's like, oh, you guys are.
He's like-
yeah, like
What
I
I
don't
miss?
remember what he
What
said.
does he
though.
say there? I forget, but yeah,
Yeah.
I
it
don't
was something
remember.
funny. But it did look like he was just like getting out of the shower, is what it seemed like.
Because literally, he comes down the stairs and is just tying his robe together. I'm like, or no, yeah,
What
he
are you
says,
doing?
he says, put him in my back to tank.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, to the
to the Gamorrean
the
guard.
Gamorrean.
Yeah.
He's like the Gamorrean guard got like thrown like a
Right?
5
He
feet.
got thrown and bit. And
You
then
got punched in the head 8 times
may
and your
have
back
memory
cracked,
loss.
And are walking like
and you're running down the stairs.
You may have
20
internal
years
bleeding
old.
of the brain.
Are you? Is he more a machine now than man?
Oh, is he Darth Vader? Wow.
Also, he didn't even use that wrist rocket thing he was gonna do.
No, he didn't. He
But-
kind of put it on
They
and then
teased
got
us.
beat up some more.
He got some good shots in with the
the stabby thingy.
the
gaffy
gaffy stick.
gaffy stick, yeah.
Stabby.
He full on poked it right into his skin.
and his back of his
His
leg,
fur.
dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was still a
But
cool
yeah,
scene. I still like it.
It
Anyway,
was,
sorry, keep
but
going.
it was like
What
you
you
should
going?
be like, oh, my head. I may have a concussion.
Yeah.
How did they get in
I'm pretty
here?
sure
And also,
Superman would have
I may
died.
have a concussion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm gonna give this episode a.
He's speaking in Morse code.
Yep, that's my take.
Figure it out. Peace.
It's man, yeah, the action, but I really like the
Yeah.
story though.
I mean, yeah, the story's
I mean,
there.
The
Action.
story
There
is
was a
there. The action
story,
just wasn't quite
but-
there.
Action.
Wasn't bad. It was still good though. I'm gonna go 4.5 again. I can't help
4.5.
myself.
He's a loser.
Oh
I like the
my
show too much already.
gosh.
I mean, I do too, but
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of critical on this one, but
it is.
Rancor, Danny I'm the positives. We got to see the Hutts again. We're expanding the universe. We're progressing the story. Sad things happen with the Tuskens, and I was wondering what's going to happen.
Yep.
It also sets up a future fight with the Pikes. The
Pike.
action was still decent with the. It was cool to see the freaking Wookiee smacking everybody's head.
Also, there were a lot of Easter eggs in this one.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention
From
that.
the Mandalorian.
Yeah, what's her name was in this one?
Yep, and the helmets, the stormtrooper
Mos
helmets
Eisley.
on Pikes.
Yeah, yep, the Pikes.
Yep, Pikes.
Pikes. And then
Pikes.
oh, that was foreshadowing. Interesting.
Interesting.
And then
Huh.
also what's her face from Mandalorian, the chick with the droids.
Did she even have a name?
I think so, but I can't remember.
Everybody has
she
a
played.
name.
She's played by someone.
Yeah, she was played by the lady in Elf.
The crazy lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forget her name.
What's a Christmas grandma?
I want one.
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Francisco.
Anyway.
That's a fun word to say.
Francisco.
You have a very purpley dress. Why, thank you. That's
Right,
her.
yeah.
Bye,
Yeah, that's
Okay.
buddy.
Anyway, yeah, there was a lot of Easter eggs. It was good.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with 4.5 for my rating, though. I liked enough of what was going on to
Right.
overshadow the action. I can forgive the action because the story is there, and I thought
Also,
the action was
take those
awesome.
take those restrictor
All I
plates off
care
those
about
bikes,
is
please.
Yeah, seriously,
action.
let's get
Go
those
faster.
into gear, man. You got to compare that more with like the speeder bike scenes from Rebels. I felt like Rebels does it a lot
Well,
better.
I mean that is animation.
I
too,
know.
so it's kind of
it's a little
it's
tougher
a lot
to
of
film.
a lot easier. To
But
do.
when they were doing
Or
the
is
speeder
it?
bikes out on like the sands, that felt really fast.
yeah,
I know they're going through a city, so you got to be. But even still, you think with speeder bikes it'd be like banking corners and like
right.
you could go really fast.
Yeah.
You know.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
But they were probably limited because they were trying to do a lot more practical. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing sometimes with practical effects is that sometimes it can slow things down.
right.
Sometimes, but it still look good. Anyway, that's our review, our reactions, our grand take on this episode.
Our Grand
it how
Admiral
you will.
Thrawn.
Grand Admiral Thrawn take of this episode. So if you made it to this point in the video episode, we
Well-
appreciate
well
you.
done.
Well done.
That is
Thank you for listening
impressive.
to us. If I could reach through and give you a hug, I would.
'Cause he's a creep.
And I would
Yes.
back up because that would not be okay.
Yep. I'd be like, he's got a concussion. Don't blame him.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
But this
doesn't
is
know what he's doing.
uncomfy.
Right.
All right. Well, let's leave him with a few words of wisdom there, Matt.
Well said.
And this has been what are we saying? This has been another episode of Stay on
Stay on
Target.
Target.
Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Do it. We need you in
Gotta
our
hammer
community
that
of
in
Star
your
Wars.
heads.
Yes. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah. Give you concussions. Hammering.
Concussions.
Yes.
That's how he got his.
That's been the theme of today. Concussions.
Concussions, kid. Kids.
He's got a concussion now.
Concussions.